Okay, it's 6 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. John, if you could call the roll, please.
Atkins. Connick.
Here.
Crawford. Darcy.
Here.
Graff.
Here.
Hall.
Here.
Harris.
Here.
Holford.
Here.
Hovey. Emick.
Here.
Josting.
Here.
Longfellow.
Here.
Mennel. Minton.
Here.
Newhouser.
Here.
Frail. Rich Simpson.
Here.
Scortino.
Here.
Sin.
Here.
Sundell.
Here.
Wolf.
Here.
Chairman Zimmerman. We have a quorum.
We could rise for the invocation and pledge. So before I start the prayer tonight, I've been on the board since 1997, and for as long as I can remember, most meetings in that back row was Shirley Houghton. And so we'll just take a minute, or not even a minute, but just have a moment of silence and remembrance of Shirley. We buried her this week. So. Heavenly Father, thank you for being such a great God. Thank you for Shirley and just her commitment to public service and wanting to do the right thing as she saw it. And thank you for her life. I pray for her family that you could comfort her. I thank you for this entire board that you've given us. I lift up Member Atkins as his mom is now in hospice. Just comfort her and comfort Bill as he goes through this difficult time. But thank you also for Carol having successful surgery on his knee. You're a great physician and you work through humans to do good things. Thank you for this board. I pray that you give us wisdom tonight as we deliberate on these issues. Give us a spirit of unity, even on those issues where we may disagree, that we can do it in a civil and respectful way. Thank you for our employees here in Tazewell County, and just what an awesome resource they are, and thank you for them. And then finally, I want to thank you for the citizens of this county and those that came out this evening. I pray that we can make decisions that honor them and be good stewards of the money that you've entrusted to us. We know that you're a great God. We love you, Father, and we pray all these things in your name. Amen. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, to start the meeting, any communications from members of the public or county employees? Pardon?
Whenever.
Okay. Seeing none, on to communications from elected and appointed county officials. And Greg?
Yes, today you most all received the email from Amy at the health department about coronavirus with facts and things like that. The health department is in contact with people daily about the coronavirus, and they do come up with a weekly update that they'd like to put out to their employees, and I've asked that you all be included on that, so you get the facts as they see it, as they're working on. The health department is listening and working every day in case this thing manifests itself, so Tazewell will be ready, and hopefully you'll be informed as the process goes. So thank you.
Thank you for bringing that up, Greg, and thank you, Amy, and your staff. We really appreciate it. Any other comments?
That's all I was going to ask.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve the January 29th County Board meeting minutes? Motion by Mitten, second by Jostings. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Minutes pass. We have one in-place meeting tonight, land use. Chairman Sundell.
Sue, could you call the roll?
Chairman Sundell.
Here.
Emick.
Here.
Connick. Here. Crawford. Hall.
Here.
Hovey. Josting. Rich Simpson. Here. You have the floor.
Thank you. I would entertain a motion to put LU 2003 on the floor, amendment 57. Motion by Josteen and second by Connick. Just to give you some background information on this, this is the cannabis ordinance, and Land Use Committee first, this was introduced in October 2019, and the ZBA did hold a public hearing in February 4th of this month. This is a proposed ordinance to provide regulations for adult cannabis establishments, and it is compliant with state statutes. All uses related to cannabis will require special use in the agricultural, commercial, and industrial districts and a public hearing before the ZBA. The ordinance establishes standards for setbacks from schools, daycare centers, religious institutions, existing residences, and residential zoning district. And if passed tonight, it will take effect March 1st of this year. So are there any questions or discussion on Amendment 57? Yeah, Monica?
Thank you. In those discussions and the meetings that we have had, Sue, correct me if I'm wrong, if there is any need for us to change anything, or we find that something isn't working or something that would work better, that we would have it come before this committee and then back to the board to make any amendments. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Mike?
You stated they were modeled after the state guidelines.
They're compliant with the state statutes.
Are there any differences between the two? No difference. Thank you.
Are we allowed under the law to make it more strict? I mean, setbacks and stuff? I mean, just for future reference?
Probably will be. Yeah, Crystal, yeah. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we are in recess.
Thank you, Sue. All right, down to our consent agenda. Items 1, 3, 4, and 5 will automatically be pulled. Anything else? Can I get a motion for the remainder? Motion by Graff, second by Emig. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Down to appointments. We just have one appointment tonight. Can I get a motion? Motion by Darcy, second by Rich Stimson. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. Back to our agenda, LU 2003 that came out of committee just now. Can I get a motion to get that on the floor? Motion by Wolf. Can I get a second? Second by Sundell. Any questions? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. And then down to human resources, we just automatically pull replacement hires. So can I get a motion for HR 2008?
I'd like to move all three of them in one motion.
All three? Okay. Motion by Harris, second by Condon. Any questions on the three? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, down to unfinished business. We have one E2013. Can I get a motion to get that on the floor?
Mr. Chairman, I think
Yes.
that's a motion to reconsider. I think,
Yes.
according to Robert's Rules of Order, that has to be made by people, or members rather, that voted on the majority side. I voted on the majority side. I would make that motion for
Okay.
reconsideration.
Motion by Graff, second by Minton. All those in favor of reconsidering this motion signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Aye.
So noted. So the central resolution is back on the floor. Are there questions or comments? Mr. Graff?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think there needs to be some explanation. I voted no against this motion last month simply because of the request by Mr. Crawford to discuss this matter further. Some board members, I think, have, Mr. Crawford, through his diligence, set up a meeting with the chairman of finance, the vice chairman of finance, the county administrator, the county clerk, and we all met, and himself. We all met and had a meeting. There was some consternation among board members that it was clandestine meeting or secret meeting. It wasn't that at all. It was just a meeting to try to rectify the issues between the increases that were made by the clerk at the beginning of this fiscal year. The meeting we had was cordial. We discussed the issues. Mr. Crawford specifically asked the clerk at that time if he would rescind the wages increases that he put into place. The clerk at that time said he was not in a position to do that. Since that time, the chairman, Newhouser of the Finance Committee, also made a personal request to the clerk to rescind the raises. The same response was given to him, and he can speak on that obviously if he chooses to. A week ago, I spoke with the clerk personally, asked him to reconsider or rescind the wages. He informed me the same answer that he'd given before. So we're at a position now where we've tried. And we asked what Mr. Crawford did. I appreciate the fact that Mr. Crawford got up and made the oratory that he made, got us to reconsider our position, made us think this out further. We've done that due diligence. I'm in a position now where I think we should vote on this motion. I'm in favor of passing the motion, and I intend to vote for its passage. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Sin?
Well, I'm just concerned to reconsider a motion, although that we just did. Generally, I kind of understood what was going on at the last month's vote, but at the same time, it's not good practice. Rather than argue some different things, has the approach of asking the Hay people, whoever the Hay people is, to reevaluate the staff to see if what the clerk did was compatible to something like that? I mean, can we go that way rather than going towards the negative? See, is there some inadequacies that were addressed that maybe there could be elsewhere too?
I think that was part of our frustration, because that sidebar agreement that the clerk made with the union was to actually get the positions reclassified or re-looked at before the raises were made. And that part of the sidebar agreement wasn't followed, and I don't know if the raises were just given arbitrarily then. I mean, I didn't see a method to that, so. Any other comments or questions? Tony?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I felt also it was important to vote no, because I thought all the parties should work together. I thought we should try to communicate, try to figure out a solution, if we can, to try to right the wrong, so to speak. So the members, we appreciate the board and Ms. Farrell and Mr. Ackerman meeting and trying to discuss, and yet he still could not comply. So the board's responsibility is to the taxpayer. The actions by Mr. Ackerman has caused grievances. That is also some financial stress against the board. We also have financial obligation to be good stewards. I believe that we should not seek legal action, because that's going to just cause more financial stress. So that's why I voted no, to see if we could figure out something. We've done that, as Mr. Graff said, we've done our due diligence, and I think that's why we need to set a censure, just to show the full disappointment of the board and the other departments that have been affected by this. This board will continue to diligently work and establish a plan that everyone can follow, hopefully. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Okay, roll call on this.
Member Atkins? Conant?
Yes.
Crawford? Darcy?
Yes.
Graff?
Yes.
Hall?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Holford?
Yes.
Hovey? Emmett?
Yes.
Joesting?
Yes.
Longfellow?
Yes.
Mennel? Minton?
Yes.
Newhouser?
Yes.
Trail? Rich Simpson?
Yes.
Scortino?
Abstain.
Sen?
No.
Sundell?
Yes.
Wolf?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Excuse me. Motion passes 14-1 with one abstention. We continue to work on this issue too with the State Labor Relations Act and being co-employers, so we'll continue to work on that. Any new business tonight? The bills were sent out by our auditor, Harenka. You had an opportunity to review those. We have the calendar in our packets. Can I get a motion to get this on the floor? Motion by Mick, second by Hall. Any changes? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Calendar is passed. We're recessed until March 25th. Thank you, everyone.